Test. Testing. 1, 2. Test 1, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Welcome to the MLO Bros. We are live in downtown Youngstown right now for Youngstown's Talk Channel. I'm sitting here across from Joe. I'm sorry we're a little delayed today. We had some technical issues. The mics were giving us crazy feedback, and whenever I'd talk, I could hear myself in the studio, and it was super loud. So Joe, the wizard of all things computer, is over there getting us all set up. But like I said, thank you for joining us. We're working on the phones so that our special guest can call in today. Luke is not here because he's sick. Anybody else out there have older brothers and sisters that like start a fire with a bunch of in a bunch of different areas, and then they like walk up to you and they're like, "Hey, we started all these fires with this gasoline and these matches." And I'm like, "Oh, we did. We started fires." And they're like, yeah, we started all these fires. I'm sick today, so good luck putting out all the fires.
Have fun.
Okay, cool. We're putting out fires today. So I'm in the studio. Luke is sick at home, and we got a crazy show for you. So we got some stuff going on in East Liverpool. We got some stuff going on in, is it Vienna? Joe worked out. That was some crazy stuff. We got a crazy show. Let's get into it.
And just a heads up, we had a major power outage that lasted about 8 hours last night. So reset all the equipment. I'm working on the phone, so if you hear anything weird, feedback or whatever, that's just me working on it. So
yes, Mayor of East Liverpool has to call in because of that fire.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna be dealing with that. So yeah, no Luke. This is some bullshit. Yes, it is. The City of East Liverpool Department of Memes said this is going to be glorious. And Real Talk said did the same with the benches across from City Hall just because he didn't want to see them out there. He is in his, I think you're talking about the mayor of East Liverpool, but we'll get into it. So first things first, the other day on the show, we were talking about two competing local farms. Okay.
Yeah.
One of them, what was the Shilltown Farms?
No, I promised that I would include the L from now on. So
okay.
Now it's Shilltown.
It's Shilltown Farms,
yeah.
But we were calling, Joe was calling them Shittown Farms just because the L looked like it was silent. So the competing farm.
Oh.
Dropped off some stuff at my house. So this is Stowaway Farms. Stoneway Farms. Okay. The competitor that we were talking about the other day.
They have a bit of rival of Shittown Farms.
Shittown Farms. You can look up both of their Facebook pages. So we got some bacon, we got some pork chops, we got some porterhouse steaks. She actually said these are for me and not for Luke.
Yes.
They actually say Stowaway Farms or Stoneway Farms better than Shittown Farms. She actually really put that on. She put that on all of the packaging. So we got that here. She also gave me a note that she wanted me to read live on air. Shittown Farms, you have some you gotta win us over if you want to keep being advertised on the podcast. Dear MLO Bros, because we are much more generous than our neighbors at Shittown, oops, typo, Shilltown Farms, we wanted to give you a little sample of some of our hometown products. In addition to generations of farming experience, we have also become experts at local farm weather forecasts. One can speculate it is due to our competition's equipment, or lack thereof. But at Stoneway Farms, you can count on the most accurate farm forecasts in the valley. Please enjoy, and remember to watch Stoneway Farms this weekend because the snow index measures over 3 inches, and that's more than Shilltown Farms can handle.
You are now in the
host
room and can manage your callers from the call-in
Go
studio.
check out Stoneway Farms. They got all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna make myself a porterhouse tonight. Joe's you're gonna take some. You want some of this stuff? Bacon and some crazy, awesome. But perks of doing the pod here. So
yeah, well, these companies, they don't play like that rivalry is not only fun, but I feel like this is not a new thing, right? This has probably been going on generationally.
It is very
Hatfields versus McCoys.
It is. It's very fun. It's cool to see them interact. So go follow them. We've been following them, and it's a blast. So first things first, we want to go over. I know there's a lot of East Liverpoolians in here. I feel like East Liverpool is kind of the cousin Eddie of Youngstown. You know, don't really try to avoid them. You know, nobody ever really goes down there, but yeah, no. Thank you all. Just busting balls here, but thank you all from East Liverpool for being here. The mayor will be calling in at 9:30. He said so. We'll get him going. But I wanted to go through the text messages that we received from a resident in East Liverpool that they are claiming the texts were coming directly from the mayor.
That's what's going to make this so good.
The mayor's, well, it's the City of East Liverpool's Facebook page. So very special. Let me pull up these text messages real quick. Let me see here. I have them in my text message. I should have been more prepared. Luke typically does this stuff, but let's see here. Okay. All right. So, oh God, it's a video. So what it is a car on the side of the road in East Liverpool during the snowstorms. Obviously, there was 2 feet of snow. Everybody got it. Down south, I think it was even worse than up here. But a car basically gets snowed in, and the mayor and this resident are arguing back and forth over, hey, you know, the snowplows came and buried my car. What are you going to do about this? Yada, yada, yada. So the resident is sending pictures. Let me see if I can pull up the text messages directly. Hold on. I'll go to the MLO Bros messages. Sorry, guys. Bear with me here.
And Luke is kind of pissed off that he's not going to get any of the steak apportionment.
No, Luke will not be getting any of this food.
Yeah.
Where are they at? Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
But if we have any farmers out there that specialize in kale and broccoli, that would be something that Luke could gravitate towards. I think it would make a healthier Luke that we deal with every day. So any donations of kale or broccoli, we'll give directly to Mr. Luke.
You're right. He needs it. Dude, I had the pictures and now I just have this video. Okay, so it starts out with the resident saying, "This is bullshit and you know it," and the car is completely covered in snow. And then the response from the mayor is, "What the hell do you want?" And this is directly in a message from City of East Liverpool, Ohio. "What the hell do you want? Don't text me stupid shit and blaming someone, especially me. I am tired of you Facebook idiots." I feel like I'm a Facebook idiot, you know, we're all, you know, but I'm tired of you Facebook idiots. Be normal and tell me what the hell you're complaining about. I'm looking at a road that's clear. You know, if you're getting that from like your dad or your, you know, a Facebook admin of a group or something, like that's fine. But this is coming directly from the Facebook page of the City of East Liverpool. In the comments, okay, in the messages. So then they send it. The resident sends another picture of the car and says, "You pushed snow under my vehicle and over my vehicle. The snow was already removed from the curb to the road. Do you have commercial licenses and insurance? You knocked my vehicle out of gear. You can use your better judgment and talk to me respectfully." And the response from the City of East Liverpool was, "I don't even know who the hell you are. That works both ways. Send me your number and I'll call you." No No need. I have it all under control now. And then the city of East Liverpool says, and if I did anything, I was trying to help. And the resident said the road was already clear. City of East Liverpool says, call me, gives their number. Resident says, you're going out of your way to cause issues. No, I owe you no further words. You know who I am. And then lists a bunch of names. And then the city of East Liverpool, you're an idiot then. And I don't know who you are. And I'm glad. And then the resident says, I'm a huge idiot. You are correct. Biggest one you've ever seen. And then the city of East Liverpool says, be a man, and I would take care of your complaints or issues. WTF. And I am not kidding you. I don't know who you are. And then the resident says, be a man, LOL. And then the city of East Liverpool says, me too. Are you threatening me? This is crazy. And then the resident says, LMFAO, you're a bum. The city of East Liverpool says, must have been fired and outraged. And then the resident says, always were. What you had enough dishonoring the dead, so you figured you'd go for the living.
Who said that part?
That was the resident.
Okay.
And then the mayor said, or the city of East Liverpool said, and you're an F-head. If you can't keep a job for the water department, you must be a loser. F off, you sorry moron. And that's not F off, it's the word. I just don't want to get in trouble. Maybe if my wife was there, I'd have had a better chance. Okay, so the question becomes...
Yes. 2 questions.
Okay. Who was that? So my question is, who was that? Was that the mayor? That's what the resident was saying. That's the mayor messaging them from the East Liverpool official Facebook page. And if it was the mayor, if it wasn't the mayor, should city pages be talking to residents like that? Should mayors be talking to residents like that? No. I think we could all agree it's not the right way to handle things. If you're texting the mayor's personal line and the people voted him in, and that's the way he talks to people, and that's how good people of East Liverpool want their leader to talk to their residents, then by all means, go right ahead. But I think it should be from his personal page, call people F-tards or whatever he called them.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, I'm more on the side of the mayor than I am on the citizens, for sure.
Okay.
When there's a snowstorm coming in, they do parking bans and emergency where you don't put your car on the street to begin with. So if you get plowed in, it's on you because you're an F-head. Like, he got some things right. Maybe not the most tactful way of it.
Yeah. So the people of East Liverpool watching, was there, I don't know, I'm sure Luke knows more than me, but was there some type of parking ban going on in East Liverpool? Hey, where there was an announcement that said, hey, don't park your cars out on the street. Because if there was any type of announcement and everybody knew about it and it was in a public place, you're kind of screwed. That resident's kind of screwed. That, that's kind of on you, buddy. You should have parked in your driveway or somewhere else. Now, is the mayor still, or is the city of East Liverpool still wrong for messaging that? 100%. It should be, hey, we told you there was a parking ban. You're not supposed to park in the street, and it's kind of on you. But we are now looking up like parking bans in the community that 21 WFMJ posted, so we can see if they don't cover East Liverpool.
I guess not.
21 WFMJ says they don't like your pizza, and that's why they're not covering. Have you ever had an East Liverpoolian pizza?
No.
Okay, our friends at YPR, Youngstown Pizza Reviews, they reviewed Youngstown Pizza or East Liverpool pizza. They put like the cold cheese on after the pizza's cooked, and then they closed the box, so it's kind of like cold cheese on pizza. I know you guys get down with that. It's kind of strange, but whatever floats your boat.
All right, so officially from East Liverpool, they said large amount of snow is coming.
On streets.
Almost impossible, but can we get cars to park either on one side? Wait.
Park on one side only. It would allow equipment down past to remove large snowfall.
So there was not a parking.
Basically, help us help you. Listen, City East Liverpool, residents of East Liverpool, what I need you to do, I need you to get with whoever runs that Facebook page, get them a little thing I like to call Chat GPT to have it proofread for them so that before they make these posts that don't make any sense grammatically, they can just run it through the old Chat GPT. Chat GPT can be like, hey, buddy, this is how you're going to write your post. It's much more clear. It makes a lot more sense grammatically. So here you go.
When you see a post that's in all caps, you picture the person behind the keyboard typing it, and it's probably not a younger person.
And I'm not making fun. Listen, I am terrible at proofreading. I like to post stuff and go crazy, and then like people are like, "You're an idiot," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at proofreading. I never do." We're getting some texts. We're getting some comments here. The MLO Bros is commenting, which is Luke at home sick, says we didn't even do anything. LOL. Angelina says, not you guys getting a little smoke from Struthers this morning. I just saw it. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the mayor of Struthers saying we run our Everything Struthers Facebook page and it doesn't have anything to do with Struthers, which it's not false. The city of Struthers does not have anything to do with Everything Struthers. I know Mayor Cat reached out. We love Mayor Cat. She's very sweet. She's good friends with us, like a big sister to me. I'm sure she's fielding questions from people in Struthers that are like, hey, this is going on in Everything Struthers and you guys need to do something about it. And Struthers they're not associated with it. They don't run it. I know Mayor Cat was a moderator. She stepped down, doesn't want to mod it anymore, but yeah, Everything Struthers does not have anything to do with the city, but I'm still cool with Mayor Cat and everybody in Struthers. I'm sure it's a burden that they just don't want to deal with. So I don't blame them.
So if you park, even if there was not a parking ban, which means that you could totally do
in East Liverpool,
right?
Yeah.
And you get buried in, is that your responsibility? That when you know that snow is going to accumulate around your vehicle, that the city has an obligation to like help you versus you digging yourself out because that's where you chose to park?
Yeah, I think if they say there's like people, emergency vehicles, everybody's got to get down the road. And if they say, hey, there's a parking ban, we got to try and figure this out because we got to get the roads clear so that people can come and go. That's kind of on you that you parked in the street. Now, I don't think that's the problem. Like, I don't think even if that person snowed in and they messaged this, you shouldn't, as the city's official page, you shouldn't be like responding like that. Even if this resident is a piece of garbage and is saying awful things about you, swearing at you, whatever, you have to be better than the dumb resident and respond respectfully and say, hey, this is what happened. This is why you're in the wrong. And if you don't like it, sorry, this is how it works. You know, you didn't park in the driveway and we told you not to park in the street. So you're kind of buried in. You got to dig yourself out.
But the dude got elected, and I'm sure that's just the way that he is, and residents chose him.
Right. So you elected him, and now you got to get rid of him. So if you don't like him, if that's what you
or maybe you like that. I wish, like, if you worked any kind of job, you got unreasonable customers, and then you feel like you need to be nice and kind and whatever. But then you got an outspoken person, a Trump-like, and they're able to like swear at the customers. Like, oh, I wish I could say that.
Stephen Smith says, I agree with the mayor. Dig yourself out, but his language is out of control. And then somebody commented on East Liverpool pizza and says the cheese is fine. You don't burn your tongue. That's a good point, but still kind of scary. I need to try some. I have never tried that style of pizza. I don't know if I'd like it or not, but. And Sean says, and yes, he got elected. Speaking to people that way, I ran against him. Oh dear.
There you go. He got elected that way, so that's his brand.
Real Talk 1999 says there is never a parking ban. Live on a historical brick road with cars on both sides. Can't get them all on one. If I plow, I can't get through. How will a fire truck? Tibitha says he's very straightforward, doesn't hold back. Do I agree with it? Not always. Interesting. Oh, look, the sick guy himself. I can't hear him. Hold on, Luke.
We know this is gonna happen. I could have done more to make sure that
Luke is just like, if you're sick, why don't you just stay home? Why do you have to just stay home?
I wanted to come
start this fire. I'm trying to put out the fire, and here you are. And I
wanted to come in. You guys wouldn't let me come in because you said I'm sick.
Stupid sickness.
You should be in bed.
I wanted to come in. I do feel like crap. There were a couple things that I know I'm interrupting before the mayor comes on, but a couple things. So thing number one was, and the mayor will explain it. I talked to him on the phone. He 100%, after my opinion, is he got elected because he is, I don't want to say like a Trump, but he is very outspoken and he says what he thinks and he doesn't give a shit. I'm sure he'll say that. But the whole thing that amused me about this was their Facebook page, the city page, had a whole bunch of people blocked, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is 100% illegal. It is a violation of the First Amendment. It's been held up in court 1,000 times, right?
So the people watching, I'm going to explain what your freedom of speech is if you don't know what that means. Freedom of speech and why this is a freedom of speech violation. If it's a random person on Facebook and they block you, that is not against your freedom of speech. Freedom of speech protects you from things, your speech against the government.
Right.
So because it's a government page, they are not allowed to block you because they represent the city of East Liverpool. If it was the mayor's personal page and you got blocked, that's his personal page. You're allowed to be blocked unless he's talking about official business all the time and he runs that as his professional mayoral page. Then you wouldn't be allowed to be blocked. But if it's his personal page and he's posting his kids and stuff and he blocks you because you're a crazy person, that's not a violation of your freedom of speech. Okay? Freedom of speech becomes a violation when they're blocking you from the official East Liverpool government page. Makes sense?
Totally
freedom
correct.
of speech lesson. There you go.
And that also includes police department pages, any
Correct.
school pages, and they're not allowed to delete comments. If they delete one comment, they have to delete everybody's comment. There's all kinds of rules like that.
Yeah.
And I am pretty sure a lot of the small governments around here are doing that.
Right.
And I'm going to make it a thing where we're going to go after these guys. I'm sending information requests for their Facebook pages. If they're doing it,
right.
That's a thing you're not allowed to do. And I'm going to, again, we are firm believers in the First Amendment. That's something we'll fight for.
Yeah.
But the funny thing about it is, so I sent East Liverpool the freedom of information request for screenshots of who they had blocked and who the admins were.
Which anybody can do if you're watching at home.
Yep.
You are allowed, it's Freedom of Information Act. You are allowed to request documentation from your government officials and say, hey, I want this information. I saw you guys were talking about this. I'm doing a Freedom of Information Act, which is what Luke did. And you did it on what exactly, Luke?
I did it for screenshots of who the admins were of the page and a list of the accounts they had blocked.
Okay, so you wanted their blocked list as well as who was running the page. Okay.
So then, like an hour and a half later, I know the mayor's coming here. I'll get off.
Yeah, caller is on the line. Caller, are you there?
Yes.
I'll let you guys go. We'll talk later.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Go ahead,
Mr. Mayor. You're live on the show right now. It's Isaac. Luke is actually at home sick, but me and Joe are in the studio with you right now. Joe and I are in the studio with you right now. We have 250 people. I assume a ton of them are from East Liverpool watching right now. But walk us through this situation. What happened with these messages and do you, go ahead. Introduce yourself, sir.
Well, yeah, thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to make this right somehow. I get the tone of the message was not appropriate, but here's the problem. I'm not a Facebook person. I've been trying to get off of Facebook for a few months here, but every time we try to do that, something else happens, unfortunately. I'm not a Facebook person, as you can obviously see. The problem with this is I did not know. I have a personal Facebook page, plus the city's Facebook page. I didn't know that I was on the city's page. That's my fault. I take full responsibility for that. It's not the first time that's happened. Of course, nothing like this has happened because of it. But the evening that we're talking about, with this snow, I've been out plowing in my pickup truck and trying to help the street department. So this individual here, this is about 4 days into this snowstorm. It's 10 o'clock at night, I believe it was, somewhere around in there. I'm not sure of the time. I was going home right by my house, about a block from my house. I seen an opening there that I could make a difference for some people to clear out a couple of parking spots for some people. So I pushed the snow up the hill, turned around, cleared the intersection, was pushing the snow down the hill real slow. There was a big pile of snow there, just like there is everywhere around town here, of course.
Yeah.
So I was pushing it slow, and I noticed that something wasn't right. So I backed up and I pulled out on the street and looked, and lo and behold, the gentleman's car was there. It's a small car. It's been there, sitting there for quite a long time, apparently. You really couldn't even see it. I've been plowing snow for 15, 16 hours a day since this snow came here in my own truck, my own gas, my own repairs. So that's the desire I was trying to do. And I was literally trying to help the guy, not him. I don't know who he is or where he lived. I knew he lived around there somewhere because when he got discharged from the water department, he got hired at the water department, and then 5 days later, he was supposed to take a civil service test, fill out the application, and he didn't do that, so they had to legally let him go. He was upset with the city, of course, but he's the one that didn't do what he was supposed to do. So he's upset with the city, makes comments that he's mad at me at that time. I was told that from the water department, that he's upset with me, and I said, I don't even know the guy, which to this day I would know him if I seen him. But I literally was trying to help, and I've been trying to help for the whole time I've been living here in East Liverpool.
Wait, sir,
not politically correct.
Sir, no, it's okay. So this was an employee of you said the water department, or he was trying to get a job in the local water department or whatever?
No, he had been let go from the water department a few months back, I guess, and maybe in the summertime. I'm not sure. I don't have anything to do with the water department. I don't have any authority over that.
So did you know who this guy was? Like you said, you didn't know his name or anything, but did you know who he was when he was plowing, when you were plowing his car or plowing around his car?
No, absolutely not. It's late at night, and I've been plowing all day long. I'm tired. I'm trying to get home. My wife put supper on the table 3 hours ago.
Right.
And so I forgot my supper, and I was just trying to get home. But I actually passed that problem, and I put my conscience go to let me do it, so I backed up to help somebody. And then when he sent me the picture, I was kind of puzzled because we've had you could imagine, we've had over 400 calls about the snow and everything.
Yeah.
Some of them legitimate and some of them absolutely out of this world.
Yeah.
So at this point, we're all frustrated. We're all trying to help. We're all giving our 120%, which, as you can see on Facebook, it doesn't matter if you give 5,000% to some of these people. And that's the way it goes. We understand that. However, that's what was my confusion was at the first was I seen a picture of a clear road, and I thought, what's he complaining about? As you could see on my stupid message.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then it went from there. But, the part that upset me more than anything, and I think any father or mother or family member could understand this, the part that he's commented on about me disrespecting the dead, and now I'm going to disrespect the living. Let me tell you, I was a firefighter for 26 years here in the city. I put little kids in body bags. I put old people in body bags.
Yeah.
I've done it with the respect of anybody. And then when I left here, I went to the city after I retired. I was digging graves out in Calcutta at the cemetery out there. We did very well out there. You can look that up and see all the things we did out there. 2 people. And I buried 400 people, and I always told these people I'd bury them just like I buried my mother, with the utmost respect, and I did. So the part about the disrespecting of the dead, that bothers me more than anything. But then that also comes into this problem. And I'm not looking for sympathy. By no means. It's just a fact. I live with it every day. I cry twice a day about this, or at least get a tear in my eye. It's my son, Adam. My son, Adam, was 15 years old, started going with the wrong people. By the time he was 32 years old, he is overdosed and dead. Unfortunately, on Facebook, a family member put on some things on Facebook because my son didn't have a service. He was cremated. He doesn't have a grave. He doesn't have a marker. So those comments on Facebook, disrespecting, as a family member, he's disrespecting me and my daughter.
He's coming for your kid,
so
is what Chris said.
That really hit a nerve when he said that.
Yeah.
So that's where he got that information that I disrespected my son, my dead son. I don't know anybody that can be the mayor, the president, God. Maybe might be able to handle that comment, but that's what sent that comment out there. That's what took it to a different level.
Right.
And I'll stand by that.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that till the day I die. So I
you
apologize. I would go over there and shovel the guy's car out. I would do anything to help him, but as you can see, we didn't get that far. And I still hold that out there. I would never do anything like that wrong. I'm not a perfect person. Never claimed to be. Nobody's ever heard me say that, ever.
Yeah.
Being a firefighter, a union president, a Navy Seabee, I buried 400 people with nothing but the utmost respect. I spend my own damn money trying to make the difference in this town. And it's a hard thing to do when you fight what's been going on here for 50 years and try to change things. We all know how that happens. So it's been a rough go. I apologize to this guy. I don't have any hard feelings for him. Like I said, I'll leave here right now, go up and shovel his car out if he wants me to, and take and get it car washed. But this wasn't the answer on Facebook. As you can see, I put my phone number out there for the world. He never called me. I would think if you want to solve a problem, you call and talk about it first. So here's my offer, and I do apologize to the city of East Liverpool and its citizens. I didn't run for mayor to do this. I didn't run for mayor to embarrass myself or my wife or my family or the citizens of this town. We have enough problems here to solve, and that's what we're trying to do. That's all. Yeah.
So if it was your personal page, you thought it was your personal page, and I'm not going to lie, the MLO Bros, I know Luke has done it a few times where he thinks he's saying something from his personal page, and he says it on.
Yeah,
he
very
says
easy to do.
Right. No, I mean, if people have multiple pages, they know what that's like, and it happens. But at the same time, it's like your voters have to make the decision of do they want a mayor that is going to talk like that to the residents if a resident reaches out. And I understand like that. I don't have any kids. I don't know what it's like to lose a son. And if somebody said that to me about one of my family members, that like I would be upset too. Now, like you said,
would you be upset if you was the mayor?
Right. And the thing is, like, like you said, only God or Jesus would be the one who like doesn't respond mean in that situation. But it's like, the question becomes, do you have to be better than the resident? Or you're held to a higher standard as mayor? Do your people think that they should hold you to a higher standard and you should respond in a different way? You know, that's for the people to decide.
Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%. But I am human, and the good things I've done. I mean, we all do good and bad. I don't care who you are.
Right.
I could sit here and tell you 1,000 things I've done that I shouldn't have done.
Right.
I'm an honest person when it comes to that. I'm 67 years old. I get 50 calls a day from people. I get more calls than the police department does sometimes. And the problem with that is I had a landscaping business here for 40 years, so I know everybody.
Yeah.
I don't walk past anybody without saying hello or something and talking to them. I couldn't be any more transparent than I am. And as you know, in today's world, when you're transparent, like not like this, of course, but when you're transparent and you're honest, some people don't like the answers. I don't give excuses. I give a reason. I grew up a long time ago in a little home in East Liverpool here. I had 4 older sisters and the baby boy of the family, so you can figure that one out right there. They babysit me quite a bit, and they taught me not to be a little boy. They taught me to be a little man when I was just a small kid. So I grew up in a different world than we are living in today. It doesn't make it right. I'm not making excuses for what I said. I stand by what I said. All he had to do is call me, and we could have fixed that. But the dead part there, I knew what he was talking about. Everybody that's read that, they want to judge me for what I said. I dare you to walk in my feet or my shoes for a couple minutes out of my day with that laying on your mind about your son.
Right.
And the hardest part of that is the ammunition comes from a family member. So that's even double-edged sword.
Right.
I have to deal with that in my own way.
Yeah,
which I have no answers for that. So
that's very tough.
I'm trying, but it's very emotional I'm tired of talking about my son. I don't have to tell the world why we did what we did. It was between me and my daughter. My ex-wife has passed away, so it's up to me and my daughter to decide what we do, and we agreed to that.
Right.
And
Sir,
I agreed to that after a couple years of thinking about it. It's a lot of emotions when that happens. He overdosed a number of times, 4 doses of Narcan, blood all over him. I've seen it. You can figure out how to react to that in a normal way. Write a book.
Yeah, that's awful. But can I ask you a question about? So you were plowing. Did you, in any way, shape, or form, did you like plow the snow up against the car, like on purpose, or did you? I pushed.
Oh, absolutely no, on purpose. What the hell would I do that for when I'm out trying to help people? I don't even know the guy. I wouldn't do that to my enemy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. He's not an enemy. I don't even know the guy. The problem was, if you've ever plowed snow, especially if you come down here, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's 5, 6 feet, 8 feet tall piles of snow. When I pushed it up the hill, when I was coming back, all I seen in my window was a pile of snow. So when I was going slow in low gear, which is about 2 miles an hour, pushing it, when I hit the pile of snow, when I got it to the pile, I pushed a little bit, and then I noticed it wasn't moving, so I backed up. And I did push a little bit underneath his car, but the car's been sitting here for quite a long time, I was told.
Yeah.
It's not like it's an everyday car. It's sitting on the car side of the road, just like a lot of cars sit around here on the side of the road for months. And
was there an official parking ban of some kind? Like, did you guys post on?
It's hard to do that here in town because of the narrow roads, how the town is built. It's impossible to have people park out in back of their house or on another street. And let's not forget, this town was built back in the 1800s, 1700s, and nobody had cars. They had horses, of course. But here's the problem. In today's world, you got mom and dad. There's 2 cars right there. You usually have a kid living with you. There's 3 cars. So these roads and houses were built with 1 car in mind. And now we got 3 cars, and you can't even get a fire truck down some of the roads.
Right.
So it's a challenge. The parking bans, that would be a challenge around there. Now, we could do it downtown because it's easier enforced. But out in the neighborhoods, you can't expect people to walk a mile. Matter of fact, here's a suggestion on Facebook. This will give you some of the content on some of the suggestions we was dealing with. There's 3 streets up in town here: Steep Hill, Brick Road. You literally have about 8 to 9 feet probably to go up through there. They was complaining because we come down through there pushing the snow up against their cars. Well, I don't know how else, nobody else, if anybody can figure that out, you'd be a billionaire in a minute. So the suggestion was, well, why don't everybody move their cars, such as you suggested, a parking ban? Well, the closest place you could park at would be about 800 yards away. And that suggestion was, well, why don't we have everybody that lives on these streets park their cars down in the grocery store parking lot, Giant Eagles parking lot, and then we can shuttle them back and forth to their houses they need to be. As you can imagine, that would never possibly work. But that's some of the suggestions that we got. People don't quite understand the difficulty of trying to do this with that much snow.
Yeah.
So it's been a long week, needless to say.
Yeah. No, of course.
Citizens and all.
So
that's why I've been out trying to plow, and we can't plow their driveways, but I've been trying my best to get them more comfortable and get them out of their alleys and those back streets a little bit.
Yeah.
With the approval of our union, by the way, which I used to be a union president for our fire department. So we're all in this together.
Yeah. Well, sir, I'll say this. I'll give you credit. I don't know how many mayors are out there in any of the towns throughout Ohio. I would love to know the number of mayors that are actually out there trying to plow streets for their residents. You know, I don't necessarily agree with the words that were said, but like, if you're out there, you know, plowing drives and roads, like, good for you. I'm sure there aren't a lot of mayors doing that, but is there? You got a ton of residents listening and watching right now, though, sir. Is there anything you'd like to tell them about this whole situation, and then before we let you go here?
Sure. I apologize tremendously. I didn't become the mayor to do that, to cause up more problems for us. We have enough problems here, but there's good things here too. But nobody wants to focus on the good things. That's what we're trying to do, is change the perception. And I failed here. As a man, but I take responsibility for that. I will move on. Like I said, if this guy wants me to do I'll do whatever he wants me to do. But we're not going to talk. You're not going to disrespect my family and my dead son, nor me. I apologize for that. I'm not going to apologize for that part of it. I will never do that. But I do apologize for bringing the negativity to us here on your show.
Yeah.
I apologize to the citizens that don't quite understand the whole story, that maybe they don't want to know the whole story, but I didn't just wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to plow this snow underneath this guy's car, then I'm going to make an ass of myself.
Right.
Well, wake up that day to do that.
Let's do this while you're here. If there's anybody watching that's not from East Liverpool, as the mayor of East Liverpool, what are your favorite things about East Liverpool? What if people could get down there into East Liverpool and explore, what are some things that people watching that aren't from East Liverpool would find cool? Or what are your favorite things?
We have a lot of good things here. The bike, we just raised $185,000 of private money to meet matching funds of a $1.7 million grant for a bike trail, walking trail along the beautiful Ohio River. Same Ohio River that Lewis and Clark came down through and camped across the river in West Virginia. Point of beginning, people don't realize this, that's right up at the state line. It's the very first survey of the Northwest Territory. That's where the Northwest was surveyed from, East Liverpool. That's the very beginning part of it. YouTube video of Simon Winchester explains all that. The point of beginning would be the title to look for that. That's an old video, but it explains it all. We have a lot of good restaurants that are coming here. The Vault is in a beautiful old building, that the old bank that is marble floors and just absolutely gorgeous. We have new restaurants. The Diamond Bar up here in town, in the Diamond here of our little city, that's a great restaurant. We're trying to change some things. We have a tuxedo company coming in for another store. We have a lot of little antique malls here. One huge antique mall. It's, I believe, about 5 stories and just amazing. You could spend all day in there looking around. So there's a lot of good things. Route 11 coming into town, going through up to Pennsylvania. That's the $41 million rehab basically from the state and the federal government. That's a huge life-changing event here, because that road has been bad since I've been a child. There's going to be roundabouts, new sidewalks, new utility lines. So we're trying to reinvent ourselves a little bit. We used to have 100 potteries here in town. We have 0. So
right.
That's the mills went down back in the 80s, of course. We all heard these stories. So we're trying to reinvent ourselves, but it's not from lack of effort from all of us.
Right. Well, the other thing I'll say, sir, is I admire the courage to come on the show after all the stuff that's gone down. You have my respect for that. And I hope you have a good weekend. And thanks so much for calling in. We appreciate you. Okay.
Listen, I just want to end it with this. I've done a lot of things in my life that I'm very, 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 very proud of, being a Navy CB, being a city firefighter, a union president and such. But I give my heart to this city. And I've died 3 or 4 times in a house fire for these people here. I put their kids in body bags, and that means a lot to me out of the respectful part of it. And I truly do apologize for my Facebook ranting. I am off of Facebook, and as soon as I can get off my personal page, I can't wait to get off of that as well. I just apologize. I really want to make sure people understand. I'm better than what that text said, but I do challenge anybody to put themselves in my shoes and what you think when all that happened after 2 tanks of gas out of my truck and repairs and everything else. So
yep.
I just want to apologize. That's all.
No, it sounds good. And sir, my way of giving back and helping you, if you need, what I'd love for you to do is, number one, start double checking to make sure you're messaging from your personal page? And
I don't have to do that no more. I'm not touching the Facebook page of the city. I turn it over to two secretaries out here that are much more common, much more normal than I am.
And then the other thing,
I recognize
the other thing, sir, would be maybe get some young blood in there running the city's Facebook page. Have them download a little thing on their phone called ChatGPT. It'll help you proofread your posts prior, so you can look through your posts, make sure everything's good before you post it out there. It'll organize it for you. So get some young blood in there, you know?
Yeah, I appreciate that. We do have young blood. You'll see the difference on it. It's the one secretary. She should be in advertising 1,000%. She does a wonderful job for us. PR.
Good.
thing.
Good.
And yet my new secretary here, she's as good as gold. So they will be more professional than I was on Facebook. That would be easy to do, but they're a lot different than I am, and that's fine. Takes us all to try to figure this out. But I take your advice, and we already did that.
Sounds good. Sounds good, sir. All right, well, thank you for calling in, and best of luck out there in East Liverpool, okay?
One more thing real quick. I've invited Luke to come down here on a tour. I'll show him the good and bad and the ugly, and I think you guys would enjoy it too. So
we'll have to get some of that weird pizza down there too, with the cheese that's not melted.
That's not weird pizza. That's good pizza.
I'm just kidding. I'll try it. I'm a foodie. I'll eat whatever. So, all right, sir.
I'll even buy for you. Okay.
Sounds good. I'm in. The city of East Liverpool can buy the pizza there.
We'll be okay here. We'll fix things.
All right, sir. Okay. Have a good one. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so very much, and take care of yourself.
Yep. Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, watching over 300 people watching right now. I'm assuming a ton of you are from East Liverpool. What do we think? What's your good? What's your bad about that call? Here is what I'll say. And keep in mind, this is third party viewing the messages, just surface level. So I'm not going to try not to take a side here. I'm just going to give you some facts as an outsider looking in. I do not have day-to-day experience with this mayor. I have one phone call with this mayor. As residents, what he is like as a day-to-day leader. Okay. You have had interactions with him. You know what it's like. Okay. So credit where credit is due. Defending this guy. He was out plowing streets. So
how many other mayors are doing that?
How many other mayors do that? Okay. Was he wrong in the things that he said in those text messages? If he knew or he didn't know he was on the official East Liverpool page, take him for his word, I guess. But should he respond like that either way? Do you want a leader responding in that way? Do you want a old school, don't take nothing from nobody type of leader? Do you want somebody to be more professional? That's up to you as voters to decide. Now,
I like him more now. Like,
me too.
For a person,
right,
to be able to say, I made some missteps.
Yeah,
I made a mistake.
Government officials apologizing and saying they screwed up. Rare. That's
very
rare. That is rare. Like, could you imagine any of your national leaders ever apologizing for anything? No, never. They don't do that. That's the worst part about politicians. The other thing I'll say, having experience dealing with trolls on social media, and I'm not calling the resident who was upset about their car, like, dude, I'd be upset too. I totally get it. But I have I'm not arguing with, I try not to argue with people on Facebook. And then when I do argue with them and they say these ridiculous things, I'm like, here's my number, call me. I'm not doing this. Like, I want you to realize who I am as a human being, and I want to hear your voice and you talk to me so I can explain myself and you can explain yourself and we can actually have a conversation. I send them my personal number and they never call me. They never do. So it's like, okay, you just want to be a hater and you just want to be a troll. You don't want to actually fix the problem. You just want to try and get a screenshot so that you can try and ruin me because there's some other personal issue that you have with me that we haven't uncovered for whatever reason. So that's frustrating when I give my number and they don't call me. And he tried to do that, but You know, if you're having somebody swear at you and say rude things to you, and then they give you their number, it's too late at that point. It's like, no, I'm not going to call you. Screw you, dude. You know? So
but you have years experience dealing with trolls, people who want to throw fire
since
at
2020
you.
when we started the pod. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you've got some experience to leverage.
Yeah.
This dude sounds like it's a new phenomenon to him.
Right.
And he doesn't know how to deal with voters being able to like say things at him.
Yes.
And he just responded badly. You almost have to make some concessions for him.
Right. But yeah, I don't that is, and this is surface level. Like we said, I don't know. He could be dressing it up and making it look beautiful when he calls into a show that's the news, and people who know him in day-to-day life that actually are out there in the trenches dealing with him have these examples of things that he's done that are exactly like that or complete opposite. You guys know better. I don't live in East Liverpool. I don't know what it's like to deal with this mayor. All I heard was that phone call. So, yeah, let's take some comments here. Easy to sound good. Real Talk says easy to sound good over the phone when there is no pressure or real talk. Marissa says exactly the same people always complain about everything. Krista says, I take from not liking him. I take back not liking him. He apologized, said he would fix it, but to even bring up his dead child, you are wrong, sir. Yeah, I'd be pissed.
That's rough.
I'd be pissed if somebody brought up a dead relative, or I don't have kids, but my dead dog or something. I don't know. Krista says cesspool trenches. That is. Shane says he is good, my family, and I will continue to support him. What he's trying to do. Misfit. I like Bob as mayor. Just sometimes I disagree how he comes at people, but for sure he's been upgrading our town. Yeah, man. I mean, we get in trouble. Like people get upset with us for how we present ourselves, or how Luke presents herself, or how I present myself when we're arguing with people. Like, not everybody's going to like you, you know? So
it's more Luke than you. I have to say.
It is ultimately up. And that's the beautiful thing of this wonderful country we live in. It is ultimately up to you, the people of East Liverpool. If you don't want that type of mayor, you guys got to come together, vote, remove him, or say, hey, this is the type of mayor we want, and keep him in there. So you have the power. You just got to get out there and vote.
Got another caller. You want him?
Yeah, let's take a caller.
All right, caller, you're on.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you just fine. Go ahead, sir.
All right, I'm the guy that was plowed in.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, what do you have to say about this whole situation?
Okay, for one, I was not referencing his dead son. That was in reference to him when he had ran the cemetery. I think it's called Columbiana Metropolitan Park Memorial something. At the time, I had dead children of my own that was in the cemetery, and it was so unkept that they had no idea where the burial plots were for the majority of the people that was also in the same position as me, waiting to have a headstone placed. So that is why I said you dishonor the dead and you will dishonor the living as well.
So, okay. So not to defend him, but how was he supposed to know? I think there's a huge miscommunication here that this could have been solved over a phone call. But I also, because it's like, how is he supposed to know that? And if he has a dead kid, it's like, it can be confusing. There should have been better communication on both sides. Like, he shouldn't have sworn at you. And then maybe if he wouldn't have sworn, he would have presented himself better. Then he gives you his phone number, and then you can call him and explain that, rather than responding like that. And then he gets confused, thinks you're talking about his kid, and then he freaks out even more. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Well, see, that's the thing, is I had actually met the man at the burial site where I had to take my wife and point out to the ground. Like, I shook the man's hand. He went to my place of employment to find me at the time. So him saying that he doesn't know me and he doesn't remember anything is like astonishing.
Yeah. So you're saying that, are you saying that do you think he legitimately plowed your car in on purpose like that? Or do you think Do you know what I mean?
I think he did a pretty good job explaining that himself when he said that he ran up the road. When he went up the road, he had to have seen my car. You know what I mean? And I did exactly what was asked of me. I parked from one side of the road so they could clear the other side, and I figured that we was responsible for our own side. I had already dug my stuff out. He made it a point to go up the road and turn around and come back and push it all into my car.
Oh. Huh. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. Yeah, so you think it was like,
and
so you think it's like a personal thing.
That actually show that where he actually went out his way to push 2 houses up worth of snow into my car, which I think it was roughly like 180 cubic feet of snow that I've dug out from behind my car.
So you think it was like, it was personal. It's more than just him trying to clear roads. He's doing it to screw with you because he knows who you are?
I absolutely know it is. I am 100% sure of it because of the thing with the water department, which I didn't really want to bring up because I haven't really been pushing the issue because I've been doing my diligence reporting to the state of Ohio. What I found was I was intentionally kept out of the loop of knowing when the civil service test was even going to be implemented, when we could register for it, where we could register for it.
Yeah. So, and that has to do with your employment, right? So you think it's this whole thing is more than just snow being plowed into a car. It has to do with the employment.
100% way more than that. And to be fair, I've heard the stories from other people, and I know you guys have been getting them because you made a post about it.
Yeah,
that this is the way that he conducts himself. So how can you have a reasonable conversation with somebody when they're out of the gate confrontational? Like, I'm all about addressing the elephant in the room. I'm a very direct person myself. That's why I told him what I told him, and I didn't even get a chance to like finish sending my pictures. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is just asinine. Like, this passive aggressive way of running the city is just, this ain't it. And if this is what the people want, then I guess this is what we got to live with.
Somebody commented, said, do you have Ring camera footage of it? Could you prove that like he goes up around the street and then he plows the street back down into your car, or no?
I do not have a Ring camera, but my 4 sons actually, they stare out the window every time the plow goes by. They even know who he is. Really? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, man, I guess I appreciate you calling in, man, after the mayor, and it's tough. It's just as a third party watching this whole thing unravel. It's pretty crazy.
It's embarrassing for me, man, because like I try to just mind my own business, help what I can. I don't need to boast about my capabilities and what I've done to help people. You're supposed to just help people and just keep quiet, man. Help the next guy up. And that's just not what we're getting here at all.
Right. Well, sir, I appreciate you calling in, and I hope you have a good weekend, and I hope your car doesn't get plowed in again. That would suck. So
you too, boy. Thanks.
I'll see you, buddy. Bye. Yeah. So
my original impression has been eroded a little bit. Like,
it's getting pulled back and forth as a third party. We have
another caller. You good?
We do. Oh, yeah. Hold on 1 second. So as this is unraveling, we've heard from the one party, we've heard from the other party. You as the people get to decide, what is really going on here. I'm getting pulled back and forth. I don't know what to think. But all right, we were taking a call here.
Hello?
All right, caller, you're on. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Sir, can you hear us? Go ahead. You're live. You can say what would you like to say?
Yes. The mayor's sister was married to my father.
Okay.
My father passed away. However, all his belongings and whatnot that was supposed to be willed to my family and half of hers got hauled away really quick, including family photos, which is the most important.
And what's the answer to that? Where's the I'm a Mr. Hero, helpful community person to that? I'm open for a conversation with him. Hopefully there'll be a mediator there. Keep us both calm. Besides that, I don't know what else to say.
So he's your
himself.
stepdad? If his sister is married to your father?
His sister was married to my father.
Okay, so
my father passed away.
Uncle.
My father had 4 kids previously, and she had kids also. Well, when my father passed away, all his belongings were supposed to be divided equally. However, that never happened. His construction trailer, landscaping business trailer, was out there on stock, hauling things away.
Yeah,
that's where we stand at in this whole situation.
Right. Yeah, I think
you know, I'm not a violent person, but it's hard to keep calm. I understand how he feels about the death thing, about his son. He's got to understand how we feel being left with nothing. I have 2 sisters that struggle every day that couldn't have to struggle as bad. But because of the thievery, or whatever you want to call it, that's where we're at now.
Yeah, I think personal issues and airing out family dirty laundry, I don't think this is the place to do it. I think you guys should call, have a family reunion or something, and deal with those issues separately. But yeah, I do appreciate the call in though, and best of luck, sir. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We're not going down that road.
What's up, Isaac?
We're not going down that road, ladies and gentlemen. Family drama, I'm cool. You know, I've been dealing with this show and having to decide, you know, third party if the guy who got his car completely buried in snow is in the right, or if the mayor's in the right. I'm trying to figure that out. You pull some family drama into this, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know about you people. I'm good.
We got another call.
I was just in my head trying to figure out. He's like, his sister's married to my dad. So that's uncle-in-law, right? I think I was just trying to figure that out the whole call. All right, next caller. You can hear BJ giggling in the background.
Caller, you are going to redeem us. Go, caller.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, caller. You're live.
Awesome.
Dun, dun, dun.
All righty. I'm just calling here to talk about snow removal pricing.
Okay. Are you an in-law or cousin of the mayor?
No
Okay.
No relation to the mayor here.
Okay. Go ahead. Snow removal in East Liverpool. Hey, do us a favor. If you can hear me through your phone, just turn down your radio. There's a delay, and then you can just talk to me like we were having a phone conversation.
I hear it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead. Tell us what's going on.
Yeah, man. There's a post circulating along Facebook charging about $100 for 10 plus inches of snow is reasonable, and it is.
Okay, that's on a Facebook page, or where's that being advertised? I'm confused. Did the city like take down a post or something? Is that what you're upset about, or what?
No, this isn't the city. This was another segment me and Luke or Isaac chatted about. It was on an app called Nextdoor.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you got any messages on it, but these guys were trying to blast people for charging regular prices for a storm.
So, okay, I think I remember hearing about this. So what happened with with that was there were people that were upset that there were plowers that were charging more for a snowstorm than a typical 2 or 3 inches of snow. And they were advertising that, and the local community members were upset because you were upcharging for the snowstorm. Right?
Oh yeah, man, we have to upcharge. All the abuse on the vehicles, the extra time. Most people understand, but these people who think we're still going to be out here plowing for $25 a driveway at 3 a.m, that's not happening.
Yeah.
So what is the going rate for a driveway when there's 12 inches of snow?
I would say it should be a minimum $100 if you're in a plow truck and you have a shoveler. We're paying our shovelers good money.
I honestly I don't think that's that bad. I don't think $100 for 18 inches of snow, and you guys are farther south than us. I think you got more snow. That sounds reasonable. Maybe I'm crazy, but that sounds reasonable. So, and I know, I am a millennial. I understand that there are older folks out there that are like, oh, back in the 70s, we used to shovel driveways for $10, and they only want to pay $20 for 18 inches of snow, and they're trapped and they have no choice. So, yeah, I truly think $100 is reasonable, and I know there are people that are going to complain about prices. It could be $20 to plow the driveway, and people would still complain about prices. So, yeah. I get you though, but hey, man, I appreciate the call in. Yeah, don't be a stickler. It was 18 inches of snow. The plow guys did a good job. Don't give them a hard time. That was something. We have some awesome callers. Anybody else want to call in? Anybody else want to call in and say
don't do that.
Say whatever you want to say.
No more invites.
This has been a fun show today. I appreciate everybody being here. It's been.
If you were the 15-year-old version of Isaac, and you can fetch $50 to, shovel a driveway.
Yeah.
Like, think about how many kids could have made bank on this snowstorm.
But the thing is, I know Luke's kid was shoveling. The thing is, though, you get up over a foot of snow, shoveling turns into an absolute nightmare. Like physically shoveling.
Frick yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Youngstown Studio from the back, BJ. I hear you giggling back there, BJ. Says, I have to say, this craziness is a nice break from the Minnesota ice drama. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. Candy says, call ho, gotta go. We did. Sarah says, I'm calling. Shilltown Farms.
Oh, she totally is calling.
Says, we'll do it for cookies. I'll do it for cookies. Cookies, meatballs, pizza with the cheese melted on top or not melted on top.
Weird pizza.
I'll try it for weird pizza. I'll try it.
6-7.
6-7. Kim says, do not take another call, please. Unless you're the uncle's.
We have 2 calls.
Unless you're the uncle's brother's cousin's sister. I don't want to hear from you. That was a call. There was a call.
You don't invite East Liverpool into the program and not get the sister's, uncle's, cousin's.
Before we take this call, though, East Liverpool people, I have a feeling it's a ton of East Liverpool, 270 East Liverpool people. If you haven't already, go down below, give the MLO Bros a like, give us a follow, give Youngstown Studio a like, a follow. This is Youngstown Talk Channel. Me and Luke and Joe are in here 9 a.m. Kellen's in here too. 9 a.m. all weekdays. Luke and I specifically are Tuesdays and Fridays. We appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Go follow Youngstown Studio. Go follow the MLO Bros. Also, I'm a loan officer and a real estate agent in the state of Ohio. I don't want to come down to East Liverpool unless I'm selling a house, helping you buy a house, helping you finance a house. I'll come down there and we can get weird pizza and talk about your real estate if you want me to. Call me. But
all right,
caller,
let's
on
talk
the line.
to Donnie. You're on.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Donnie.
I'm just calling to say that if you ain't had a high-dollar pizza, then y'all's missing out, all right? I'm from Lisbon, Ohio, and a high-dollar pizza is #1.
Wait, what is it?
He's gone.
Well, that was it?
What? Pizza?
Where was the... I couldn't...
A pizza drop?
Sir, the East Liverpool accent. I couldn't understand what the name of the store was.
But that was definitely
Somebody
a
comment.
pizza name drop.
Newell
What did
Pizza?
Donna say?
Ohio Valley Pizza is Newell's best pizza. Newell, Ohio. Listen, I am going to get with Youngstown Pizza Reviews, Jeremy from Youngstown Pizza Reviews. We are going to drive down to Ohio Valley Pizza in Newell, find this pizza store, and we are going to get some pie.
We're
going to try
down. Okay, so everybody goes down through East Liverpool, the Newell Bridge to get to the casino, right?
That's
Would you
Newell?
go blackjack with me?
So when I go to the casino down in West Virginia, that little rickety, creepy bridge, there's a pizza place in there. You're telling me?
Let's do it. We'll drive down pizza and then gambling on blackjack.
And then we'll put some money on black, and we'll buy our pizza with it. Okay, Ohio Valley
Caller,
Pizza.
you were on. Is this the mayor?
Caller?
No, this ain't the mayor.
Hello? Oh, talk about the mayor. Okay, go ahead.
Sir, go ahead. You're live on the air.
All right. I don't know what they're talking about with the pizza, but the only way you like Ohio Valley Pizza, unless you don't travel past Cleveland and Pittsburgh. It's a lot of East Liverpool residents that never do either one of those. So, like, they would love Ohio Valley Pizza if that's what you grew up on and that's all you know.
Right.
But come on, that's not the best pizza around. Mary Jane's Pizza is way better.
Whoa,
Sorry.
okay. Mary Jane's Pizza, where's that at?
It's in Chester.
Chester. So that's
the only way you love Ohio Valley Pizza is unless you don't leave the Ohio Valley.
You're just used to it. You're saying it's almost the nostalgia thing. You don't actually like the pizza isn't good. It's just you grew up on it, so you like it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I got you.
Poverty pizza. It used to cost about 35 cents, 50 cents a slice. I remember used to clean in my house when I was a kid on like Saturdays, and we would find a change and walk down to Bruno's with a whole bunch of quarters and get a whole bunch of pizza.
Yeah.
Like it's something that's like cheap. It's not the best thing in the world.
Right.
East Liverpool isn't a culinary place. People here don't even know food. They cry about the hot dog shop cheese.
So my question would be, I remember growing up in North Lima. I went to South Range. Growing up in North Lima, we would have basketball practice in like summer league, and we would get North Lima pizza. And back then, I remember the cheese was like rubber. Didn't like the taste of it at all, but I was so hungry playing basketball. I'm like, all right, it's free. I'm going to eat this North Lima pizza. Do you and then what happened was over time, the pizzas evolved. And now people rave about how good this North Lima pizza is. And I've tried it. It's different. It's not the same pizza. Do you think they've changed at all since you were a young one eating pizza and cleaning the house on Saturday? Or do you think it's still the same?
Hell no, they still talk about the old guy Orlando's. Like, they still want this 1960 pizza. And it's like, yo, nobody wants this poverty pizza no more.
Poverty pizza. See, listen, amazing. I'm not gonna call it poverty pizza. I'm gonna call it weird.
That's great.
But I'm not calling it poverty pizza.
I will call it poverty.
You're gonna call it poverty pizza, Joe?
Forever.
Well,
I want something, like the Vault got good pizza. Stokes wood fire pizza. You feel me? Like I want a pizza that's kind of different now. It's 2026.
I hear you. So that's the second.
Why do I just set up that Ohio Valley Pizza?
That's another place in East Liverpool that obviously is decent. Is that the Vault? Because you and the mayor both brought that place up. So that place is good, I assume.
The Vault's good. The Vault's good. The Vault's great if you could afford it.
If
but
you
how
could
many
afford
East
it.
Liverpool residents and people around here can't afford it? So
yeah,
you do the math.
Yeah, I got you. Well, anything else you want to say about the mayor, or we just here to talk pizza? Because I thought you said you wanted to mention the mayor.
So as an East Liverpool resident, right, the mayor's been doing a lot of good stuff.
Okay.
But if you like the mayor, that's opinion based, right? Because the mayor doesn't like certain things and certain people, right? So like there's a whole crowd of people that doesn't love the mayor, and there's a whole crowd of people that do, right?
Yeah. So go ahead.
The mayor sometimes, with a lot of older people, right? They think their opinion is law, right? So like,
I hear it.
I had I still got it. I still got a smoke shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like going to blow myself up for this. So I had a smoke shop. The mayor used to come into them and tell me that I couldn't smoke in there, right?
Yeah.
So I used to be like, yo, weed is treated like a cigarette right now.
Yeah.
He would tell me how the laws were still like these 1912 laws. And like, I wouldn't argue with him because he's the mayor. I just would like, be like, all right. And then when he would leave,
You start light up again.
I'm not doing that, right?
Right.
So the laws just recently changed to where you have to smoke in a private residence now, right? And it's like, I want to be like, yo, I told you, but this is our mayor, and what is that going to get me?
Right.
Nowhere, right? So like, sometimes I just think like, if you don't know something, you shouldn't say just instantly what your opinion is about it unless you know the facts. You feel me? And like, it's a small town. People still here think it's 1912.
Right.
Like, they don't know. People try to tell us the laws without knowing the laws.
Right.
So like,
right.
To be honest, it's even police officers that don't know the law. That's why you don't argue with the police, right? Like the lawyers know the law.
Right.
You can get the cops don't really go to get a degree. They go to some local community college type of thing just to get a little certificate. So they're not trained professionals in the law, and neither are the city officials sometimes.
So
they're just humans, right? But like, sometimes our opinions aren't right. And like, as an East Liverpool citizen, I think if other people just know, like, yo, my opinion is my opinion, and whether this person doesn't like it or not, just go about it. Just go about it, like that.
Right.
But
right.
It's too many people that want their opinions to be right here.
Yeah. Is it? So I guess my question would be, you're allowed to smoke weed in a private residence. I guess the argument for him would be, does that apply to commercial too? Like, are you allowed to smoke in your business? If your business, because I don't know, you can't like smoke in a bar. So
respect. So the Ohio smoking ban, right?
Yeah.
If you could designate like 20% of your building to smoking, right? I make 80% of my revenue off of nicotine and smoking accessories. You feel me? Like that.
Yeah.
So
like vapes and stuff.
I fit into where I could, right? And then like, yo, it was a gray area thing for a minute. Like, honestly, who cared about it like that? You feel me?
Yeah. No.
And I guess if he would have just came at us a different way, I guess we would have stopped and respected it more. But it was like, all right,
yeah,
we know we're not doing anything wrong, so we're not going to stop.
Yeah, I feel you. So here's in every town across the nation, there's always that argument of the younger generation with the older generation. And do we want our community, and residents have to ask themselves, do we want our community to be a retirement community and keep operating like we did in the 90s or in the 1900s? Or do we want to be more progressive, and do we want to have new and interesting things and run it a little different so that we can be more attractive to the younger generation that smokes or is into nicotine or whatever? So it's just like the people ultimately have to decide, you know?
I think we have a good balance of young and old right now. Like,
yeah,
we got a lot of good amount of young people invested into the city right now, more than like, honestly, I ever seen when I was younger. Like, and it's black, white, yellow, brown people.
Yeah.
You know, like, and there's old people there too. East Liverpool is just, some things, it feels like if you're not one of them, you don't get included, right? But like, how are we going to do some stuff as a city? Like, we're not attacking the real problems of the city, right? Like, how can we get these fancy restaurants and we don't have people to be able to buy the food? How can we, like, there's no there's no real training of the people that need training, right? Like,
yeah,
there's a whole bunch of, like, I don't even want to say certain stuff on here, like, but
you're good. Yeah,
we need to help the people and then be able to grow our town. We can't just put certain things here and then only a certain amount of people can go there and do things. You feel me?
Yeah.
No,
that's
ass backwards. Like, there's people in our town that needs help, and like, where's the help if we're just trying to get nice fancy things? Somebody said there was a new suit place coming.
Yeah.
Like, who needs a suit in East Liverpool? I mean, there is a couple people, but
yeah,
realistically,
there's only so much the government can do. That's one thing I've learned. There's only so much the government can do to promote new businesses coming in, and then also the people have to create cool new ideas and run new businesses to make East Liverpool attractive, and the government just has to help them as much as possible. So, but
respect. But if somebody wants to, all right, we'll just say this. Like, I'm not trying to throw Bob under the bus, but right now, if somebody wants to bring a drug rehabilitation center into the city, right, which our city needs, our mayor's not for that. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
And I don't know why. We need to attack the issue that's at hand first.
Yeah.
And then think about bike trail. Because if we got a bike trail now, we're just going to have
people doing drugs on the bike trail.
I'm in. That
doing
sounds fun.
drugs on the bike trail. I'm like,
yeah, no, these are all good things, man. These are all good things, and
get to the next step. Like, he talks about this. Half of our town doesn't pay taxes. It's because half of our town doesn't have an income too. So how are we going to attack those things? Why are we worried about like a bike trail right now, right?
Right.
Like, we should be getting people education, rehabilitation.
Yeah, no, these are all good things, man. I appreciate the call in, and yeah, good hearing from you. It's really cool to call and argue about pizza and also talk about the future and the direction of East Liverpool. But ultimately, it's like the people, the voters, and the people who are entrepreneurs that start these businesses. You have to decide the direction of East Liverpool. And there is in every single town, even in stupid Poland, Ohio, and in South Range. Like, I lived in Poland for a few years, and the people would say, you're not from Poland. You know, you shouldn't even be able to decide what happens here because, you know, you don't know what's best for Poland because you don't live here. And it happens in every town. The old timers and the family names that have been there forever try and rule the roost and decide the direction of the town because they know best because their great grandfathers went to school here. And you just have to, as a community, communicate with your officials and what you want and the direction you want to go. And if the leaders don't do it, vote them out, put somebody else new in that wants to go in that direction that you all have agreed upon. So East Liverpool, it's been fun is all I can say. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate you joining us. I do got to get down there and try some pizza, some cold cheese, weird poverty pizza. And also try the vault. That sounds awesome. So me and my wife we'll have to come down there. Also, I got to get with YPR, Youngstown Pizza Reviews, and come down there and try the Newell pizza, Ohio Valley. I want to try that. Can we pivot, guys? Are you cool with pivoting?
Absolutely.
We're going to pivot to Vienna, Ohio.
Okay.
Because as we talked about on Tuesday, we talked about Vienna, Ohio. They were having meetings and they were having some electronic issues, and there were some arguments between residents and leaders that they weren't being transparent enough and allowing people to record. And Joe, Mr. Youngstown Computer himself, you visited Vienna.
I did.
Tell us what happened, Joe.
So
Let me get some water.
Literally, they were 98% there, and it was just a little bit of, you know, like the public sees missteps as being something nefarious, where there was sort of like a hidden messaging or whatnot, but they were just trying to figure out how to put what they were doing in front of the public, and they just had a missing piece of information. So what we were able to do with them is I met with IT. I met with Mike Haddle. Is that his name?
Yes.
Mike Haddle.
Yeah.
And they are so bought in to be able to do this right, give the citizens the residents of Vienna, sort of like eyeballs into their meetings. And it really took less than 45 minutes to figure out how to put their stuff and present it in a way that wasn't just Facebook or wasn't Teams meetings or whatever. So they were so close to being able to do it. It just took this much effort to push on.
So you went in there. How did their IT guy, Dr. Computer, Mr. Computer, whatever his name is?
He was great.
He was cool.
He was totally great. I was expecting, like, I've hit it before where
dick measuring contest. You were expecting
completely, and he was awesome.
But he was great. Yeah,
he was open to recommendations.
Well, that's
hitting
cool.
his blind spots. Everybody was so, just like our mayor of East Palestine. No, not East Palestine.
East Liverpool.
East Liverpool.
Yeah.
And they're open to, like, if they have a blind spot, just help me fill it in, and I'd be totally willing to fill in the gaps.
Oh, I forgot to bring up in East Liverpool, with East Liverpool, Luke was going to bring it up before the mayor came on and talked about it. So their community East Liverpool official Facebook page, Luke did a Freedom of Information Act, which we talked about. And turns out they sent back to us a picture of all of the blocked people in East Liverpool on their page, which we were expecting a ton of people. It had nobody in it. So they unblocked everybody. So love or hate the MLO bros, the Freedom of Information Act that we requested got people unblocked from the city that had been blocked for like 10 years. So that's huge. Like, you guys, by reaching out to us, and we communicated this situation in East Liverpool and did a Freedom of Information Act, we helped out. We were able to get some people unblocked in the community that were blocked for years and years and years. And then we had people messaging us like, hey guys, what the heck did you do? We're unblocked now, and we've been blocked for 10 years. What is going on? And Freedom of Information Act. And anybody can do that. Anybody can do a Freedom of Information Act on any town.
They don't know any better. Like, I really think it takes them a little bit of pressure to have them do the right thing.
Right. And that's the power of ChatGPT is all I can say. It helps us do a lot of this, and we ask ChatGPT questions, and it helps us like walk through the legal things we're allowed to do, we're not allowed to do. You should be doing that with your local community. And then also, to use that Freedom of Information Act to basically force your leaders to comply and be transparent. They have to get you that information you ask for. And then they didn't even want to deal with us telling them, hey, it's illegal to block residents from this forum because it's an official government page. That's against freedom of speech, and you can't do that. So they were just like, we unblocked everybody. We don't even have to deal with it.
Right.
Cool. Sounds good. Good. You fixed your issue. So Limp Dickskit says, the money is not the issue. The hiring pool is not the issue. Nepotism is the issue. A thorn in the side of citizens of East Liverpool. So it's who you know. I feel like that's a much bigger issue across the United States than people like to admit.
Yeah, I don't know enough about the politics of East Liverpool to know if that's a thing or not, but I'm not surprised.
Right. Vienna officials cooperating now that you guys have called them on their BS. We don't know who posted a no microphone sign. We still don't know who did that. That's interesting.
It was reasonable. If they had problems and they blamed some kind of like other microphone being in there.
Yeah.
I don't think it was really in the intentions of blocking microphones. I think they were really concerned that their primary method was being, messed with, and they blame them. So I don't think there were nefarious means in there.
Yeah, it's something. Julie Tid says the pro bono work you did for Vienna is awesome. Thanks, Joe. Look at us doing stuff.
That's what we do.
Trying to help out where we can. We get a lot of crap for not doing anything but just talk on the internet. But Isaac, what's up? The snow in the cold making you run a little late, huh?
Thank you, sir.
A little late today.
Yeah, it's a lot of call off.
It's all good.
Want to start.
Yeah, it gets this cold. I get it. So, hey, have a good one, Isaac. For those watching that don't know, my name is Isaac, and our mailman's name is Isaac, and I just feel this connection with him because our names are spelled exactly the same and everything. That's my dude. That's my freaking dude.
The USPS rotates service providers out really often. I want to prepare you for the day that someone other than Isaac walks in here to deliver the mail.
I might fight him.
And you, I don't know if you're going to be as accepting as I'd wish you'd be.
I'm not going to be accepting because that's my man Isaac. And if I get anybody else, or if Isaac ever retires,
we've had 5.
I'm gonna throw a fit.
We've had 5 different providers,
Have
and
we?
I've got to know them, and I don't know what they're doing now.
Is
or
Isaac?
how they're-
Were any of them even close?
No,
to
he's
as cool?
very recent. He's very recent.
Oh, really?
So I just want to let you know by springtime.
Tell you right now, I won't like him.
It might be Bonnie, or it might be.
I'm gonna fight Bonnie. I don't want anything to do with Bonnie. I
What
want
if she's
Isaac.
more awesome than Isaac?
She's not gonna be because her
You
name's
don't know that.
Bonnie.
You don't know that. Gretchen and Bonnie might be awesome providers.
Eric says they didn't. New reporters placed their mics right on the desk before with no issues.
Yeah.
But
they were experiencing problems that they couldn't identify what the problem was, and that was
Yeah.
their reach, that other equipment was messing with theirs.
Yeah.
And it's totally understandable. I don't think anything nefarious was happening.
John from East Liverpool says East Liverpool has bigger issues than the mayor.
So after hearing both the mayor and the person that's car got buried,
Yeah.
right, I was, buying into the fact that the mayor just, was
Right.
really bad at social media.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of missteps, and like giving him some grace to be able to pull his shit together.
Right.
And then hearing from the car buried guy where it's a personal thing where there was a vendetta. Now you're like equal,
You
right?
know,
Whose side do you take?
The thing that sucks is like it's always in my experience as a Facebook group admin and all these different groups and running the MLO bros and being a leader within these groups where all these people are constantly trying to advertise, and then they'll post something and they'll get mad at us and they'll say like, we did all this awful stuff and we're terrible. And it's ultimately always something deeper than what's on the surface. Like on the surface level, we see this interaction and you're like, okay, this guy is pissed. His car's buried in snow. And the mayor's like, no, I was trying to clear out the road, and he knew better than to park on the street. But no, it has to do with this personal issue where he was fired from the water department or whatever it was, and they know each other, and it's like this emotional soup of problems, and it's much deeper, and it's like these personal issues, like that's what it's really about.
Right.
It has nothing to do with snow removal on the street and everything to do with the
Back and forth vendettas.
yeah. It's like it's always something. And these companies and these Facebook users will always come for us, and they're just mad because we removed their post from our Facebook page when it was advertising, and you're not allowed to advertise on our pages because if we let everybody advertise, it's too much and it just becomes spam posting over and over and over. And they're just mad we didn't let their business post on the page, on the group.
Right.
So,
but we ferret that out. Like if it weren't for what we do, a lot of that shit would never be uncovered. The
Right.
media's not going to do it.
no.
And then the populace, they don't know how to do it. So
Yeah.
we play such a pivotal role in that.
Yeah, it's weird. The news would just cover that the guy's pissed because of the snow, but it's like it's much deep. And when you start peeling back the layers of the onion,
Yeah. You have an understanding for both sides.
but I don't know. I think ultimately falls on the people of East Liverpool to decide. But I don't think the mayor, that the professional page of East Liverpool should not be posting like that. It should be, oh, we're so sorry to hear that. I hope, you know what I mean? Like the goody two shoes professional speak should be the response. And then if there was a parking ban and you're parked in the street, it's kind of, there's no way to prove that he purposely and maliciously pumped all the snow up onto your car. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. All I can say is, thank you for watching Youngstown's Talk Channel this morning. We appreciate you being here. I'm going to go through my whole spiel now. Thanks for the calls. They were so much fun. This has been a great show. It's been a ton of fun today.
I will tell you, stoners have the best appreciation for pizza that I've ever seen.
That man.
I'm not saying he's a stoner.
Right.
Right,
but the smoke shop guy, the percentage chances of him being a stoner, pretty high.
And he had really good insight on pizza.
They know food, I feel like stoners are foodies, they like a good snack.
Yeah.
So he knew, and this has opened my eyes. I'm going to try some different East Liverpool pizza. But if you haven't already, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you being here. Go down below, follow the MLO Bros, follow Youngstown Studio. You can see your little @ symbols down below me over here. Also, follow follow our pages, like this podcast. I know there's still 116 people in here. We only have 85 likes. If you could, before you go, give us a like. Share this live show. It will actually go to your page, and then it'll play on repeat so other people can watch it. It helps us get our word out about what we're doing and our show. Also, I am a loan officer. MLO Bros stands for Mortgage Loan Originator Brothers. We're loan officers. We're licensed loan officers. We're licensed realtors. We can help you buy, sell a house. We can help you finance. Refinances are pretty solid right now. If you have an interest rate above a 7, rates are getting down into the 5s, which is a beautiful thing. You can save some money on your monthly payment. But yeah, call me. My personal cell phone number is 330-921-8978. Call me, and I'd love to help you out. Also, Youngstown Computer, if you have any computer needs for your businesses. Also, Youngstown Studio. Let's say you want to start your own podcast live from downtown Youngstown. Call Joe. He can hook you up. We can get you in here. You can be talking about whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about weird poverty pizza? You can talk about weird poverty pizza. And yeah, whatever.
We have 2 liberals who have engaged with me since we did the show last week.
Yeah.
That said they want to do a show that is on the liberal side. So
I'd love it.
I'm super happy.
I think it'd be good. So yeah, let's get you going down here in Youngstown Studio. But thank you all so much for watching. We will see you. We'll be live in studio, me and Luke, next Tuesday. See you then.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to